Hey everybody, it's Primus, and today we're going to be taking a look at Age of the Primes, Alchemist Prime, in all his big small man energy. I'm going to go ahead and put him into vehicle mode real quick, and I'm going to quickly show you how to fix his hands. Now there's actually nothing wrong with the figure as it comes. The instructions do say that the fists should be pointing 90 degrees straight down, instead of this weird 45 at the back. Some people are okay with it, others, they don't really like it. I personally prefer it flush. I think it looks nice, even with this jutting out a bit. The instructions are also wrong on other accounts as for a good order to do this in. I think you should do the windshield before closing up the top here, but whatever. Anyway, designer Mark actually does show it as sticking out, 45 degrees in the vehicle mode. So there's really nothing wrong with it as it comes, but I'm gonna fix it anyway. Alright. And here he is back in robot mode. Now you will notice some stress marks over on the right side. That is not from doing the fix. That is actually from my just pushing it too far, too hard. It already actually had some marks on it when I got it. This will help avoid any damage from that. First thing we're going to want to do is remove the fist. It's very simple. It just slides right out. Actually concerningly easy. But in here, my friend Dino Wizard was showing me, I'm not quite sure who it was, I'm sorry, but there was a video someone was explaining how this interior portion of the 5mm hole here was bumping into the fist, and that's why it can't fold up. That is not why it can't fold up. I have analyzed this thing probably a bit too much. What's actually happening here is underneath, so you have this slanted tab here, supposed to notch in between these two. So he can just, and it's actually going to notch right in between these two bumps. Now what we're going to do is clip off one of these bumps. That is going to help it not get in the way when we rock it forward. Additionally, you'll notice that these are not perpendicular. There's actually a slight spread to them, and that is part of what the problem is. So we're going to just clip one of these, and this, we're going to sand it down a bit. I'm going to use a very low grit sanding stick, excuse me, because I just want it done quickly, and all of this is going to be on the interior, so you're not actually going to see anything other than results. Now just for comparison, before and after, I didn't use any of my higher grit because it is going to be on the interior, but that's really all we're doing, is we're smoothing that out, snipping a tab. Tools required are very minimal. I actually didn't have the right stuff on me, and I still managed to do it. Scribing tool just to sort of pre-mark it. Do not need this at all. I only had my knives and my sanding stick. I'd recommend sanding stick, nice nippers, and a hobby knife for flash. Alright, so we're going to take our fist and separate it. The thumb and index finger are their own separate piece. Be careful of the pegs in there. They are prone to snapping. Unfortunately, it did happen with the first hand I tried it with, but it's okay. Just a little dab of glue will fix it, or you don't even really need to fix it because you have another peg and a tab, and once it's sandwiched in there, it'll hold itself very well. It may not even be necessary if you have, the right kind of nippers. It just kind of helps you get a better angle on it all. Now what you're going to do is take your fist, rotate it, palm side toward you, and it's going to be the upper tab down here. I'm going to go ahead and pre-mark that out for myself. Alright, so I did pre-mark this for myself, just gave it a couple little grooves right in here. What we're going to do is take our handy dandy nippers and start snipping away. So we're just going to start at the back here and at the base. There. I'm going to get a very sharp Flashmaster knife blade and clean that up a bit, just lightly, and go over that with the correct side. Hopefully it's in focus. I am sorry. Great. Alright, last thing we're going to do is take this completely unbranded sanding stick and make this section a bit rounder. This point here is what's causing a lot of that trouble, what with the spread, and it's pressing the pieces, pushing them apart. So we're just gonna lightly go over this a little bit. Heavily, actually. Make sure I get an even. A little bit closer to it. So, anyway, this is what it should look like when you're done with it. I would recommend, as I was going to say, putting the two pieces together before sanding it, just to kind of keep it all even. If you don't, you can always just sand the taller side until it starts brushing smoothly. Now we're going to take our Alchemist, and hopefully everything has been done correctly. We didn't mess with the bumps on the side that actually keep it hinged in there. So just pop it back in, and it should be good to go. Look at that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick fix. I'm going to bring it back to alt mode for just a second, just so you guys can see how it looks again. It's really not a big deal. I was just being anal about it, but I do really enjoy that it can now go flush, as I'm sure a few other people I saw in the forums will. So, you know, hopefully that helped you guys out. Big thanks to Amazing Mason for the thumbnail. If you guys like this quick fix, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ask me about something I should do next. I will see you guys next time. Take care. I'm also giving him a butthole so he could use a flight stand. Seriously, why didn't he come with one?